Hello, this is Watch World Cup 2014 and today we are starting Group B. So Corey, well, I've just said your name. Hi, I'm Oliver Eaton and here my co-host Corey Eaton.
Hello, I'm Corey Eaton and again I'm looking forward to doing this.
Okay, so if you missed the last part, it was Group A. We are going to probably put a big link on the screen as you're speaking now. So please click that if you haven't already. We're going to start then with, well, on your screen now, just putting it on the computer so you can see, is of course the list of Group B. We've got Spain, Netherlands, Chile and Australia. We're going to go through each country, sort of explaining like where they are, how they're doing, their history, and then make predictions like we did last episode. So we're starting then with Spain. Okay, so Spain are currently the World Cup holders, of course winning in 2010. Their current ranking in the FIFA or FIFA is first. Their last World Cup, of course, were winners, and their predicted finish this year is second place according to bsports.com. Of course, if you want to go on that website, the website is on this, and well, you could type it in from there. So I'm just finding my notes. Okay, so here's what I got for Spain then. So Spain are currently ranked number 1 in the FIFA World Rankings after winning the Euros in 2008 and 2012, with winning the World Cup in 2010 as well, meaning they are the reigning champions going into this World Cup in Brazil. Spain's first game was against Denmark, what they won 1-0 in 1920. The Spanish Civil War and World War II prevented Spain from playing between 1934 and 1950. The 1982 World Cup was in Spain, where they were knocked out in the second round, meaning their coach was sacked. In the 2004 Euros, Spain went out of the group stage, failing to get a draw they needed against Portugal. In 2006 World Cup, they were knocked out in the second round, losing to France 3-1. But in 2007 onwards, was where people class as their golden generation, which is like now. In 2008 Euros, Spain qualified easily and beat every team at group stage. In the quarter-final match, they beat World Cup holders Italy on penalties. Then they met Russia in the semi-final, what they won 3-0. In the final, they were against Germany, where they won thanks to Fernando Torres' goal to make it 1-0. On qualifying into the 2010 World Cup, Spain won every game qualified, so that's 10 out of 10. They got into the final, where in extra time they scored to win the World Cup. Also, this game had other records, like for the most cards given out, Spain receiving 5 yellow cards, and Netherlands, who were their opponents, they got 9 yellow cards and a red card, and it so happened the referee was our English referee, Howard Webb. In the 2012 Euros, Spain were champions again and got loads of records, like Spain became the first team since the founding of FIFA World Cup in 1930 to win 3 major titles in a row. And the first team to reach the final was reigning champions, of course, since Germany in the 70s. Spain qualified for the 2014 World Cup in first with 6 wins and 2 draws. Their highest win was 4-0 versus Belarus. The highest win ever was 13-0 against Bulgaria. They've had 14 appearances in the World Cup, but they've only won it once, and that was last year. So Spain, Cora, you know, they're a promising team. What are your predictions then, apart from that website?
My predictions are Spain to come first in the Group B, and second will be Netherlands, I think, so like the final of 2010.
Okay. Do you think they will get far, like in the final, or?
I think Spain will get in the final, but I think Netherlands will go out like on the quarterfinals.
Okay, let's go on to the next country, which is trying to find it, Netherlands. Okay, so Corey, you could do Netherlands. Their current ranking is 10th. Their last World Cup they did lose to Spain in the final, and their predicted finish this World Cup is probably in the second round or so, just after group stage. What did you get for his score?
Okay, Netherlands had 9 World Cup appearances in 1934, 1938, 1974, 1978, 1990, 1998 and 2010. Holland's World Cup record was the runners-up as they did that 3 times in 1974, 1978 and 2010, and they also came 4th in 1998. Few international teams had been more deserving of the effective greats than the Dutch team of the 1970s. Though they didn't win the World Cup, the team of Johan Cruyff, Rudi Croy and Trey Wian, sorry if I can't pronounce them names, into the modern game in a way that perhaps only Brazil has managed before. Holland, coached by former Ajax boss and the godfather of top football runners Michael Prey, with a frequency that made his team a favourite with naturals and footballers pulled like that. In 1974, Holland qualified for their first World Cup finals for 38 years. Moving complete without success at both of the World Cups in 1934 and 1938 finals, the Dutch breezed through the first qualifying group before producing an outstanding display to beat the mighty Brazil in the second phase in the final against hosts West Germany. Netherlands Stadium is called Eaton Arena and the De Grabre, and that's what I've got for Netherlands.
Okay, so Netherlands, you sort of touched on where you think they were going to go. What were your prediction again for Netherlands?
To reach the quarter-finals.
Okay, so I think that's like third round. Okay, I don't know where Netherlands will probably end up. I haven't really seen them play. I don't think they'll beat Brazil if they do go against Brazil again, but you know, you don't know until it actually happens, because who knows, we might have an underdog win the World Cup, you know. So anyway, we'll go on to the next one, which is, I think, the underdogs of this group, and this will be Chile. Okay, so Chile are currently ranked 14th. Their last World Cup they went out at round 2, and their predicted finish is not even to get that far and to fail at group stage. We'll see if we agree with that. Corey, what have you also got for us now?
Chile has had 8 World Cup appearances in 1930, 1950, 1962, 1966, 1974, 1982, 1998 and 2010. Chile's World Cup record was 3rd place in 1962 when they also reached the second round in 1998. Chile's progress at the end of the 20th century was the stark contrast to the early day in the international football. The national mode is difficult against Argentina in 1910, losing 3-1 to Belgium at a run of defeats that extended for 13 games and 9 years. Chile had to wait even longer for a victory, success arriving in fine style. The 7-1 Rising of Bavaria in 1926 after their slow start, a sight of upturn in fortune saw Chile became a regular of the World Cup after World War II. However, it was not until 1962 that they progressed beyond the first round. Chile, then hosts, finished the tournament in third after eventual champions Brazil in the semi-finals.
Okay, so there is Chile. In the group they're at, I don't think they go. I agree. I think group stage will be for them. We'll talk about what our overall prediction for Group B will be after the last country now on your screen, which I've just lost my sheet. It's Australia. So Australia then, finding the thing. They're 53rd on the rankings. 53rd. That is pretty bad for a team, really. The last World Cup they was out of group stage. Their predicted finish again is group stage. Australia have appeared in the World Cup 4 times: 1974, 2006, 2010 and 2014. Their FIFA ranking is 53rd, with their highest being 14th in September 2009, and their lowest is 92nd place in June 2002. Australia has the world record for the highest ever win. Listen to this, Corey. Winning 31-0 against American Samoa. 31-0. That's pretty good going, that.
Yeah.
In the 1974 World Cup, Australia was out at group stage with a draw versus Chile and 2 losers from East and West Germany. They finished bottom with 0 goals scored. The next time Australia got into the World Cup was in 2006 after near misses of qualifying. They lost in the qualifying playoffs to Scotland in 1986, Argentina in 1994 and Iran in 1998, then to Uruguay in 2002. Australia moved as part of... Yeah, this one I don't get. Australia moved as part of Asia in qualifying in January the 1st, 2006, meaning they qualified with Asian teams. When qualifying to get into the 2006 World Cup, Australia had to beat Uruguay in the playoffs. In the first leg they lost 1-0, so they had to win the second leg by 2 goals. The game ended 1-0 to Australia, so it went to extra time. Here, no goals were scored, so they had to go to a penalty shootout, which Australia won 4-2, meaning they got to qualify for the 2006 World Cup. In the 2006 World Cup, Australia went into Group F with Japan, Croatia and defending champions Brazil. Their first game was against Japan, which they won 3-1. This was the first ever time they scored goals in the World Cup, with the 0 goals in the previous 74 World Cup. However, Brazil was next, which they lost, and then Croatia, which they drew, and they only just got through in second place to go to the knockout stages. However, that was against Italy, who eventually went on to win, and they of course were knocked out. The World Cup winners in 2010, Australia was out at group stage after having a heavy 4-0 lose to Germany, and there was goal difference what knocked them out. Now for the 2014 they will have Spain, Netherlands and Chile to defend against. So Australia, although the 31-0 win, don't look really good in World Cup scoring. The international team's pretty much a shambles. However, I haven't seen them yet, but do you expect high from Australia this year?
I think they're not going to go past the group stage.
No. Oh well. Oh wow, we've actually come to the end right now. So let's go to general predictions now. Going into it, I've got the wrong notes up. That's it. Okay, so going back to the list, Group B now, we've got Spain, Netherlands, Chile, Australia. Definitely I think Spain and Netherlands would probably be going up. Chile and Australia have got a lot of work to be doing. I think the game to see will be Spain versus Netherlands in this for definite. With the golden generation happening for Spain, I think they will easily probably beat everyone, be first. Netherlands, I think with their previous World Cups and being a good team against the opponents, I think they will at least get in second place. Chile, we haven't really seen much of Chile. They're not been big because their record's just been third. Australia, however, have not got past... I think they've never gone past round 2, which, you know, is pretty much group stage area. So, probably, Spain and Netherlands. Yeah.
And I think Chile and Australia. Well, I think Chile's gonna be third and Australia gonna be last.
Okay. Okay, well, so what's left to do is, as you see on the screen, please subscribe if you're watching on PC. Click the link, what should be around the subscribe sign, and wait. I don't know how long it'll be. Should we aim at least for like 2 weeks' time to get Group C out? Anyway, I'm Oliver Eaton. Thank you for watching. Watch World Cup.
And I'm Cole Eaton.
Goodbye.